Hello, who is in the house? Who is there? Let me see if I'm audible. As you're joining, let me know if I'm audible, if I'm clear from your end. All right. As you're joining, let me know if I'm clear. All right. Appreciate that feedback. Miss Optimistic or MS. I don't know if that really means Miss Optimistic. Wow. I'll call you Miss Optimistic. Loud and clear. Nixon. Thank you so much, Nixon. All right, let me say hello to a few people who just joined in. And where you joining, let me know where you tuned from. How is my reception on your end? How you doing? All right, I see June. That was my comment anyway. Esnas, Liboma. Okay, I get it. Whoa, what do you get? Ivamila, I see you. Nixon, I say hello. Yeah, Jacqueline Paul. Jacqueline, right. Thank you. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for the feedback, Miss Optimistic and Nixon. Hey, okay. Comments mom. Comments mom. All right. Comments mom. Louisiana. All right. Hi, Louisiana. Hello. Welcome. All right. All right. Pebesh, I see you in the house. Hi, brother JT and everyone. How are you, Pebesh? Pabesh. Oh, Pebesh. Okay. I'll call you that. I'm hoping that I pronounce your name well. If I really miss that pronunciation, just understand that English is actually my third or fifth language. I speak Kikuria, just like Marwa, just like Mr. Kohera. I speak Swahili as our national language and English, so so I didn't grow up speaking English like my first language. So you have to understand when I don't pronounce your name right. Hi, Angela. How are you, Angie? Yes, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Okay. Gladys, what's up? How are you? How are you? Hope you're all doing good. Thank you for joining, guys. As you're joining, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Mzungu. Mzungu Pebbles. How you doing, Pebbles? I missed you in the streets. I miss you. How are you doing? Hi, Binti. Welcome. Watching from USA or South Africa, whatever. I don't know. I'm good. Just rain here. Hey, keep warm. I wanna hear no cases of malaria. Do you guys have malaria in the US? Do you guys have malaria in the US? Anyway, I'm good. Okay, Mzungu. Thank you. Pebbles, how are you? I just saw a video from you on the other channel. I was used to the other channel. So, all right. Thank you. I'm now diverting to the new channel of Pebbles Mzungu. So you guys don't have malaria in the US for real? What are you trying to say? Do you want to say that malaria is a disease for specific country like this, like village in Bohans, because that's like you can miss a whole 3 months without, you know, getting sick of malaria. And it's a very terrible disease if you haven't contracted it yet. All right. Okay, guys, as you joined, I want to appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much for joining. My name is JT. This is JT Podcast. Welcome to another reaction video. Okay, another episode of a reaction video. So, as I was checking the streets, see, I've been going through the streets and seeing what's popping, just like always. I'm a reactor and I have to know what is happening, what's popping, what's good. Because I see Kenge on the other side, the Nyabo Hanse Santa Claus, Mr. Christmas, taking rounds and telling people, our last days in Argentina. I was asking, man, are you serious? Last days where? Because I know ain't no last days there. He's still there, stuck there. So kind of maybe giving himself some hopes that, hey, I'm gonna move from here to the village. Our last days in Argentina before moving to Africa. Okay, That's the video that he's premiering while I'm doing this. And now I'm asking based on that title because I don't have the energy to go and watch the whole of it. I wait for him to finish doing what he's doing so that I can skip those boring parts because I can't really watch a whole hour boring content. So I have to be able to forward and rewind where I see something interesting. So while it's up there, hey, right now I can't do that. So I know that is just some, clickbait as always. Because how long, since when he started telling people that his last days of going, last days in Argentina before he go back to the village, Africa. He been there singing about that for the last 3 months, and yet he's still there telling you that the last days going to Africa. Well, maybe, yeah, maybe. Let's assume that is actually the case. But now back in the Africa, back in the village, his father, all right? I said enough of calling him alleged father because Kohera himself constantly called himself the daddy. And he say, if you really have any doubt, and if you want to arrest him for saying so, you can go and do that. So why will I assume, why will I say he's lying? Because if I say alleged, doesn't mean I'm telling Kohera that he's not. So why will I get in the affair? I'm saying, according to Kohera, he say he is the father of this Christmas boy of Nyabo Hansen, Mr. Amaro. So his father at home, he's showing his white flag. And I kind of thought this would come to happen because, we say in Swahili, ngome ikilia sana upasuka. I mean, when you hear a drum, when you beat the drum and it's producing some lighter noise, just know it's about to burst. So I know that he was so invested in calling MARWA and trying to, bridge that gap, trying to make things right between him and MARWA, and looks like things didn't work. So what he's doing right here is kinda giving up and saying, man, I ain't gonna do this. All right, I'm letting the gods to decide because I've washed my hands. Washing your hands in Swahili, nimeosha mikono. When someone tells you I've washed my hands, I guess that is a common term, right? Even in English. When you tell someone like I've washed my hand, that's say, I'm done. Like I've done all I could, and now I'm giving up. I'm showing the white flag. I'm completely done and dusted with this. I'm not gonna do this no more. So that is washing the hands. So Mr. Man in the village, Kohera Papa, he's saying where this thing has reached because it's being attacked right, left, and center, and you know who's attacking him. Of course, the foot soldiers and the MARWA fanatics, his audience. They don't want to accept the fact that this man could be MARWA's father. Or maybe they don't want to give it a benefit of doubt or whatsoever. They say the fact that you're not here since day one. So don't come here on year 35 or 35th. Don't come here and call yourself the daddy or something. So I'm stuck. I'm left wondering, how will these people call themselves supporters of MARWA? Yet they go to his father, they haul a lot of ugly insults to his father. I mean, you think you love me, right? You like JT. JT, you like me. And you go to my father. Can I tell you who my father is? Should I tell you who my daddy is or maybe his name? I'll tell my members, my channel members. If you're my channel members, I guess you've seen my daddy somewhere in the videos. If you haven't, join the membership. You'll see who my mama is, my daddy, all my siblings. I'm filming those videos of my home and everything. I preserve them for. All right. So assuming that you like me as JT, but now I had differences or problems with my daddy. It doesn't matter what transpired between me and my father. But if you like me and you follow me, so at least you should show some respect to my daddy, okay? Whatever that happened between me and my dad is none of your business, even if you're my biggest supporter. It doesn't qualify you to come and insult my father, even if he was not a good person for me. So that's why I really wonder why these people who call themselves MARWA supporters, on the other hand, they go to the same daddy and they call him names, a lot of those names. and they insult him. I mean, they do. So, what I did, when this guy came here, yes, I was like, I had questions. I still don't give him like a free ticket, say now, yeah, yeah, you deserve all that, you deserve all that. But at least I'm holding all the respect for him as a father tomorrow. Whatever happened between them, none of my business. But now it's really it really shocks me how Maro supporters and his foot soldiers go for the daddy, and now the guy is quiet. So I guess those kind of attacks, they have made the man to come on camera and say, you know what, I really think I'm giving up. All right, I'm letting the gods now decide. After here, I'm washing my hands because I've tried, I've done what I could. I've called I called my son to come and receive the blessings, just like any other son, just like any other grandkids of this mama, because my mama's age is aging. Okay, her days are numbering. The days are day. I'm using the street times, right? Her age is aging. Her days are daying. Whatever. You know what I mean, right? So I've done that. I've called him to come and receive his blessings from the grandma while she's still here, just like any other kid of mine, because this is my blood. I know that. So I would be a very bad daddy if I didn't call him, if I didn't show him the way, because he will live to regret and blame me like, you wasn't even my dad. You never loved me from the day one. Because if you did, at least you could have tried. It doesn't matter what happened between you and my mama, or maybe what happened between you and I. If you are that caring, if you are that my daddy, and you really cared for me, what made you not to come and at least show me the way? I mean, just assuming that I was young and stupid, what held you from coming and showing me the way? And I really understand why Mr. Kohler is saying so, because of course, even if they're not in good terms, Kohera still is the daddy and still has a responsibility as a daddy to show Maro the way, the best way, the good way. Instead of saying, you know what, you and your mama, you decided to follow your mama's ways, so to hell with you and your mama's. Like, if he gave up on the Maro like from day one, because and never showed any interest, that would be ugly. But now he's saying, I've tried. At least you won't reach a point where you can say, after all, you never even cared. You never cared from day one. You never even cared in the first place, because if you did, you saw your mama, my grandma, who was aged, she was blessing other children of yours, other grandkids. And you know that I am your real son, and that is my grandma. So what held you from telling me, alerting me, hey, come at least and connect with your mama, your grandma, at least something like that. What will help you? So that's why he's saying, I'm doing all that because I don't want you to grow up and someday in future you come and regret and say, you know what, you as a daddy, you never did nothing. You never showed me the way. You never called me back because you know what happened, and it was so hard for me to come back. But you never did. Okay, you never did nothing to call me back, at least show me the way. So based on all that, and imagine all that, now the man is kind of showing, I don't know if he really meaning like he want to really give up, but he's kind of showing a white flag and saying, I'm washing my hands now, finally. And now it left me wondering, is it a good thing to do? You guys, you've been following this series, you've been really following this series, and maybe you know a little bit about it. So what do you guys think? Do you really think it's a good thing for him as a daddy to show the white flag and say now he's gonna leave everything for the gods, for the spirits and the ancestors to decide the fate of this, because maybe he has done enough, maybe a lot. Do you guys really think it's a good sign? Maybe it's really good for him to do that. All right, guys, let me present that video for you as we discuss about it. And I'm hoping that you guys have smashed the like button. All right. And if you did that, I want to thank you so much. So don't forget to smash the like button. Right. At the same time, I'm seeing your comments, guys. I want you to know that I see each and everyone. Yeah. Mara will never ever accept Kohera because he's poor. Wow, I really, I really think so. Thank you, Pebesh, for reminding people to support by the likes. Yeah, thank you so much. Um, wow, for Ray, maybe that could be a reason enough. When you guys when I see something like this, it really makes me think toward that direction. Like, why is he actually? Why is Maro so reluctant in accepting the fact that maybe this guy is a father, or maybe accepting him, or maybe trying to make peace with him, or maybe trying to settle this matter because it's boiling every day. Every day, it's getting worse. Oh, worse. It's getting more worse, and he's quiet, or maybe he's ignoring it, giving him a deaf ear, turning a blind eye on him. So is it because maybe the man, according to Maro, maybe he doesn't see nothing that he can benefit from him? If this guy was wealthier than the Jamaican uncle, just assume, okay? Based on that comment, it's a good comment by the preacher's life. Best now imagine if this Mr. Kohera was wealthier than someone like Jamaican uncle. Do you really think that he could make a lot of noise out here and Maro is quiet about it? I really think Maro would have connected him on a live stream to clear the air. Actually, to be a very big banger, he would have made it a very big banger and a series of reactions or videos. Meet my father after 37 years. This is what happened. Meet my father of this. My father did this. Finally, my father resurfaced. I mean, it will be something. Or maybe, Kohera, if he resurfaced and he's here saying, you know what, I have like 20 million Kenyan shillings here that I want to give my son that, I never had time with him. And now that, I realize now he need to be in this family and something of that sort and stuff. And now I have like 20 million here I want to give my son. Here he want to buy his, maybe start a travel company. How about give him this, at least will help him buy 2 or 3 cars, or maybe do ABC. I think if he came with that style and he had some good chums, I'm talking about he had some bucks, and he came with that style and said he wanna spoil him, he wanna support him, his dreams and stuff after that long time of not being closer to him. I really think Maru would have considered him. Straightforward. I'm thinking that for Ray, if that is how Kohera came, and Kohera had money, like some dollars, like Jamaican uncle or someone wealthier than him, well, I really think all this drama would have gone like long time ago, if that was the case. Or maybe, what do you guys think? Because this drama has been here for that longer. Because maybe when Maro reflects back and see about this man, what do you have to offer? What do I need? What would I get from him? After all that time, this is the guy, Mr. Ondari, the man who been here as my father. Whatever, I don't care what he get from there. Maybe he think this man is way better than the other father. And even if he come here to clarify and say, I'm not a deadbeat, I've been doing this, I've been trying. If he doesn't have something to offer at this moment in his life now, because this is now the future life of him, the grown-up life. When he was a child, the man was absent. Now, why is he coming back to the life of him where now he has something? So what do you have to offer? I think if that is something that maybe Mary is trying to consider. I'm really thinking towards that. Because why? Okay, what do you guys really think? Let me see your comments. Okay, let me see. Yeah, thank you. What are you guys saying? Mr. Kara need to let it be and love the children that love him. That's not easy, Honestly speaking, that's not easy. Now, imagine that's your blood, that's your son. Honestly, if that is really, really his blood, I really think it's not easy for him to do that. Giving up and saying now, let me love those who love me. it will mean like you are the father. No, it will mean like you didn't even have to come and say all that you said in the first place, if that is how you could say. Because I think you love your blood unconditionally, whether they love you back or not. As a parent, as a father, you have to love your son. It doesn't really matter like he love you back or something, or maybe he appreciates you, recognize you. He's your son after all, if you claim so. So he can't say like he want to focus on other sons that love him. No. Oh, okay. I was checking your comments. Who does Marwa think his father is? If he gets his father arrested, then we will be in court case and maybe DNA. Then what's Marwa? Well, we'll be talking about that because in the same video, Mr. Kwara is saying, um, there's rumors out there that Marwa will come to arrest him. He say, "Hey, come arrest me. I'm willing. I'm ready to die for you. I can die because I'm your father. I can do all that." Wow. Yet he has been living for 35 years plus. Wow. Hooray. Don't worry. There will come a time when Mura will need his father. Sure enough. Sure enough. Anyway, let's get started from this point. Thank you for joining. As you're joining, make sure you smash the like button and at least subscribe to this channel if you haven't done that. All right. Let's listen to this clip here as we move.
Comments on the previous video where I was actually making an appeal if my son could hit it so that he comes and meet his grandmother so that she can bless him because she is aging.
All right. This man was in this video. He was reflecting back on his previous video that he made. I think I made a reaction on that where this man, him and his mother, that's now Marwa's grandmother, they were calling him and actually told the grandma to wave on camera and call Marwa. Hey, look on the screen, look on the camera and wave and say, Marwa, come, Marwa, you see me? Because this is Marwa, the child, the son of Esther. That's my son. So my mama waved to Marwa because he would watch. And he did that. And she did that. All right. So when he posted that video, he received a lot of comments and reactions and stuff like that. So he was reflecting on it and say, he was actually now talking about it, when he made that video, how people reacted on it and stuff, how people talked about it, how people are now attacking him based on that. So now people really think that this man didn't have to do that and he doesn't have to go that depth. And, okay, play it.
Her years are moving, and you never know. Each and every grandchild is now coming for blessings. So I thought it wise if at all my son will heed my advice. He comes, he takes his right, and then off he goes. Let people insult me, let people mock me. I said.
All right. And for him, he was like, let whoever say whatever they want to say. Right? Let whoever come out and say whatever they want to say. But me, I did what I could or was supposed to do as a father because I see my other children, his other children were going to get their blessing from the mama. You see, maybe I don't know. Is this thing really common in your places? Like do you guys believe that your elders, maybe your grandmas, your grandpa, can give you blessings? Because maybe other people really think that there's a fairy tale, that's some fiction, like some superstitions. Do you guys believe that, like your ancestors or maybe your elder, your parents and these parents can give you blessings? Do you guys believe that? Because when Kohera is insisting on this, he really thinks that is so important, and he was so much stressing on it, insisting on it, and saying it's really important for his son Marwa. Even if he was disconnected from this family, he still belonged to this bloodline, so he need to come back and get the blessings from the grandma. So, guys, do you really believe in that? Because maybe it's been working, or maybe for others, because well. Um, let me know what you guys think. Tina is saying blessings come from God. Yeah, I know that, but I don't know. For the Christian who are in the house, people who believe in Christianity, the Bible says, when you respect your father and mother, I mean your parents, your days will be numbered. That's to mean, for example, in the story of Esau and Isaac from their father. So you know that their father blessed them, blessed the other one. Or he called them that my days are numbered, all right? My days here are numbered. I'm almost going. So I need to bless you. So he called his favorite son to come and bring and prepare some soup, something good, a meal, a very good meal for him, and eat and bless him before he died. You remember that story from the Bible. So if that is true, the parent when the parent feels like it's time for him to go, maybe he's about to go to leave, he can call you and bless you. So if that is practical, then I think it's true. So I don't know. Do you guys really believe in that? I believe in Bible. He wasn't coming around until Mara got famous. That's a point too. That's a point that nobody should forget about it. And I guess that is the point that really pisses him most when people question about why do you resurface at this moment after 37 years or something, or 30 or 20, whatever. I don't know how long or that. Why are you resurfacing now? I really think that point is not sitting right with him when people question about that. Anyway, let's talk about this. Do you guys really think that is possible, or maybe it's practical, that your grandma or your grandpa can bless you? Because it seems like other people don't believe in that. And they were telling in the comment section, people are telling this man, like, Mary is already blessed. All right, Mary is already blessed by God. So who is that? Who is that grandma that want to bless him? Hey, it's only God who can bless and curse. So to hell with that grandma and his bless and her blessings and stuff. So you guys, according to y'all, because maybe these stories from the Africa, from the village, you may be listening to them and be like, who? An old grandma think she can bless someone? Whoa, who the hell does she think she is? I mean, what does she think she is? Can bless someone? So people are really getting twisted with that story, and they're like, no, how is that? All right, let me know. Do you guys believe that your parents or maybe your grandparents can bless you? Because now when this man is insisting on that, even bringing the grandparent here to call Maro to come and get his blessings. Now I'm going through the comments. For example, let me actually expand this video so that I can take you through the comments and show you how people are really reacting on this story in the comment section. Someone is saying, I saw that thing. I saw a comment there that Maro is already blessed. God has blessed Maro. See, for example, this kind of comment. God has blessed Mara. You see that? Only God has the power to bless or curse anyone. You see that? Wow, this is so cruel and inhuman. I don't know. Nonsense of Kohara. Anyway, let me see. I saw some comments here. Another comment here. God will continue to bless Marwa and his son. You must use humanity to address your son if you want him now. So according to other people, a lot of people in this comment section from the other side of Mara, they really think the grandma has no power to come to bless or something. So they really think it's irrelevant of this man to insist that the grandma want to bless him and stuff like that. Because when they look at Mara, that he has a villa, I don't know what people really think blessings are, because other people really have a different perspective on blessings and curses or something, or maybe success. When you ask, for example, in a group of 10, if you ask them, what do you think is success according to you? People will tell you, according to me, I really think success is having, a nice car, a dream house, a dream, buying all those fancy stuff and living a 5-star life. And you ask someone else, for example, Kohera, he'll tell you I really think success is having as many wives as you can and sire as many children as you can and live with them. And if you ask someone else like Maro, what do you think success is? He can tell you, owning a big villa like this and having some safari cars here, swimming pool, fish ponds here, horses running up and down, and a lot of people working for you, and you being there as a king, that is success. And if you ask other people, they will have a different meaning of that. So, according to you guys, do you really think these blessings are valid, or maybe they make sense? How do I say? Do you really think these blessings are practical blessings from the grandparents? Because if that's so, people are saying Maro is already blessed. So why will he come and maybe come kneel to an old woman, call her grandma to seek for what blessings? All right, what kind of blessings are those? Let me see. Let's see what you guys are saying. Okay, I saw that from you, Tina. Okay. Let me read this. Maro is in a bastard child. His mother was married to Kohera, 16 cows dowry. Maro is so shameless to say he doesn't know his biological father lies. Wow. Okay. Thank you. I was brainstorming that. Kohera is pushing it. Maro has survived over 30 years without his mom's blessings. He should beg for reunion before blessings. Wow. Okay. That's a valid point. I'm not trying to twist anyone to think towards a different, a specific direction. I want you to guys to think, to your own direction. I mean, just let me know your honest opinion, because when you ask me, when you ask another person, or you ask another reactor, they have their own opinion according to this. Others will say, we really think that this Kohera man is insane, is irrelevant. And someone will say, we really think that Maro is misled. He need to come back and rebound with his family and stuff like that. And other people will be like, no, he been over here doing so well in life. If these people are really necessary in his life, they'll be there. So why will they want to come and reunite with this man when he's already successful? Successful, I know. Yeah, they think he's successful. So when you see all this, I don't know what comes to your mind. So I want to know your opinion, all right? I want to know your opinions. As I play this, let's listen to it.
If I was lying, then even God is my witness, and it is not good in future one of my own to regret and say, my dad hated me. He even never alerted me on what is supposed to be done by the ancestors.
Right there. Right there. So according to this comment I highlighted because I wanted to play the receipt over there. Say, go watch Kohera's videos. He tried several times to meet Himarwa. Please don't say he didn't try. All right. You even hear what he said in that clip that I just played. He said, I just pushed for this because I didn't want my son to grow up maybe in future and say my dad hated me so much that he couldn't even show me and tell me, guide me that what was needed of me to do with his ancestors so that I could be in good place or something. Because my other sons, my other children, my other children are getting this blessing, and maybe they are reconnecting, they are doing what is supposed to be done according to us. This has been done from age to age. It's something that I'm not trying to implement, has been here. All right. So I don't want to see one of my own that is now Marwa to miss this kind of blessing or maybe this kind of opportunities, because if I don't alert him, no matter what is happening between us, he may come and say, after all, my dad never loved me in the first place. My daddy never cared. That man, he's not supposed to be my father, because he watched my other brothers from the other mothers go and make peace with their grannies and stuff like that. They connect the bloodline. They were in good terms with the family, and now he let me suffer in the hands of Machete Man. You see, I lost my eye, I lost my teeth, I lost my leg, I lost this and that and that. And now I went through a lot. And now that I'm making it, and now maybe I'm going through a lot in maybe in the marriage too. And the daddy never cared, because if he did, he would have called me and showed me the way. So he's saying, I tried. I'm trying. I didn't want my son to grow up maybe in future and regret missing these opportunities, or maybe look at me and say, this man never cared. He never cared for me. He never loved me in the first place. So you heard him. So I think, according to him, he says, all right, I'm not saying that I know he did, but I'm saying, according to him, he said, I really tried. I tried not once, not twice, several times. I tried to reach out to my son. Go watch Masubo's interview. He says, Mr. Kohera says, he tried so much to reach out to the son, even called. And when Maro hears that, who's this? I'm Maro. I'm your father, Mr. Kohera. Oh, for real? He hangs. When Maro hears that this is Kohera speaking, he hangs. And when he was trying to reach out to him manually, he was blocked. Maybe the mama did. I mean, that's according to Mr. Kohera. I wasn't there, so I go by what he said on this platform, because I react to what was posted here, to what was brought here. So Kohera say he tried several times, and now at this moment, it's like he's giving up. He's letting now the gods decide, because wow, what else should he do? But he didn't want to see one of his own miss these opportunities to connect with ancestors and spirits. And that he says, according to him, in our culture, it's so important for someone, maybe you as a member of this family and this clan and this community, to connect with the spirits and the ancestors. So, you understand now?
So me, I'm here for guidance. I'm guiding, but the outsiders are very serious, mocking me, blocking me. But I, as a father, it is me who feels what I feel. It is me who knows what is there. So whether they insult me or mock me, I will not mind.
Now you have your answers. You guys have your answers. Those those others who are asking a lot of questions. Wow, this is sweet. I really wish I could give you a sip. I really wish I could give you all a sip. I mean, do you need a sip? It's refreshing. Pebbles Mzungu. Hi. What do you think about our village papa? He says, I hear a lot of people say a lot of things about me, coming to do what I'm doing, coming to say what I'm saying, and they're saying a lot of things about me. But you know what? I'm the father. I am the one who feels what I'm feeling. I'm the one who going through what I'm going through. So I feel it as a father. So if anyone out there trying to say whatever, they need maybe to be in my shoes to understand. And I say, honestly speaking, he who wears the shoe knows where the shoe pinches the most. He who feels it knows it. Who feels it knows it. That's it. Cause me, I can't say a lot. Maybe I can't judge him. I can't judge Maro either. All right. I ain't gonna judge Maro. I ain't gonna judge our daddy Kohara. But now you need to be in their shoes to understand what they're going. Maro has his own reasons why he's quiet about him, about this issue, why he hasn't responded to this man, or why he is not ready to make it up or to make up with this man. He has his own reason. And if you ask him, maybe out of this platform, he can tell you. I believe so. So it would be nonsensical if we push, maybe I say, oh, so why is Maro not talking to his daddy? He's reckless. I mean, this man, this boy is out of mind. Sometimes, sometimes I can blame Maro. I can say a lot of things and point a lot of mistakes about him. But at this moment, honestly, no, I can't say nothing, right? I really can't say nothing because I need to be in his shoes to understand what he went through, what he went through to be where he is. The other time I saw him crying, literally, I don't know if that was some real tears or maybe crocodile tears. I saw him crying and saying, and promising on camera and saying, I'm going to be that father to my son. I'm going to be that father that I never had. See, I mean, that really got me emotional. I was like, calm down, my brother. That's huge, but calm down. Saying, you know what, I'm gonna be there for my son. Wow. Yeah, man. Really. He said he gonna sacrifice his like YouTube journey because he's stuck in Argentina, not because he want to be there, but because he want to be there for his son and the baby mom. His views are not viewing because he's stuck in one place, creating the same boring content. If he wasn't for the family, I believe that Maro would be somewhere in Colombia, somewhere in Paris, somewhere in Mexico, somewhere else, filming those content that people enjoy seeing. But now, whatever he said in that video, he said, you know what, I'm gonna be here. I'm being here. I'm sacrificing all this, even though now I say you don't call that sacrifice because you're doing what a father's supposed to do. But he's sacrificing his channel, his views and stuff, a career, to be there. I mean, the thing is being there for the son, okay, while growing, watch him grow, teach him stuff, see him when he sneezes, when he does that, things like that. Because according to Maro, he feel like his dad was not there while he was growing. So he missed that parental care, that fatherly love. So he's not going to do the same mistake. And I really think now this is like a two-sided sword. If we really sit on the fence, we can be able to see things just like they are, because we can be too quick to judge and say, Mara, I really think, Mara, you're reckless. You need to listen to your father. You need to go back, go see that grandma. She need to bless you. And now, forget that there's a lot that happened previously. Or maybe if we come back to this other side and tell Kohera, now, why are you so much invested in calling this boy, calling him back after all that time? Where have you been? I mean, after 37, the boy has been doing well. Where have you been? I mean, you really think that is the time he needs you? Or maybe he needs the family? Or maybe the blessing of the grandma, whoever you want, you say? But you guys were not there. So why now? We can quickly judge and call them and ask them all kind of question like that. But are we in their shoes? No, we are not. So what can we do best? Watch the space. All right, just watch the space and see where the thing goes, where the series goes. Because for me, honestly, I'm making my reaction, but I'm trying to be as neutral as possible, because if I line on the side of Kohera, I'll be kind of wronging Mara, because I don't know the side story of Mara. Because as far as we know, we've been listening to this side of story of Kohera. Mara has never narrated a story about him and his father, like the father now, Kohera, and the grandma. All he said, there's a time he talked about stepdaddy, that is Machete Man. But now, until we listen to the both side of the stories and maybe make them, tell us everything, I mean, everything, we can judge. We can really judge. But based on what they bring on camera, we can react on it just like this. So he says, yo, this is me. Wow.
I will not mind. As long as the message has gone, then that is actually washing my hands. And there is one point I want to clear here, that I am not a pretender. I am not an imposter. I'm not a deadbeat father. It is a reality. So it is support Maro, because he is a grown-up. He is a person who can make his own decision. But the spirits are there.
All right. So man is saying, let me make it clear. All right. I'm not a deadbeat father, like a lot of people say. And I'm not a pretender. I'm an imposter or something. Imposter, or a deadbeat father, or maybe a pretender, like how people call me. I'm indeed a real man, real father, whatever. So, well, I just had a very good comment on the screen and say, Nixon is saying, if Kohera and the mom are genuine, they should bless Maro wherever he is. Love is unconditional. Once blackmail is introduced, it becomes transactional and conditional. You know, I couldn't agree better. You know, I really couldn't agree better. I really think that comment is supposed to be crowned 5-star. Honestly, Nixon, you're really right. I want to agree with you 100% that I don't know how important is that presence of Mara coming back there. I'm not sure. Because if they know that is their son, they should be like praying and wishing him all the best wherever he is, because he's been doing good. And if they are happy for him, they will like, we are happy for him, how he's doing good. Because just the other day, I was hearing Kohera saying that he's happy that Maro built a very good facility, that villa that is like a tourist attraction center, a tourist destination center. So he's so happy and calling other Nyabohansi people to cooperate with him, be with him, you know, help him in his business he want to start. I think that is a good move if he really went on with that the same spirit and calling people like, let's support him from that distance that he is. Because now calling him back, I really think he's now, it might reach a point where he can tell him, I'm just thinking out loud, he can tell him now, hey, I really think now if you really want to come and bridge this family, you have to go back there and disconnect with that family completely, sell all those property over there, come and now start from here. This is your home. Now this is your brothers will be seeing you here instead of those other people who you're not connected with, not really related with. If that is the sum of conditions that you can expect from that, I really think that's transactional. But if indeed, I'm not familiar with those kind of things that when an elder person is supposed to bless you, I don't know if you really need to be there in physically touch your hands or maybe spit on you, like they say, spit saliva and, you know, on your face or maybe in your hands and speak some words when they can see you. I don't know how it works. I've never been there. So forgive me. So I don't know, but I really think there's a good point, Nixon. Comparison, some guys play football raised by mothers. When they turn pro, here comes the father wanting to rape what he did not so. A really good point too. I really agree. Because now we ask these questions like, will he actually resurface if Maro was a nobody? Just like, I mean, I asked you this question the other time. I asked, how many sons of Kohera do you know? I mean, for Ondari, I know Ondari has Marwa, has Dimwango, has David Jr., and now Winnie. We can say that. But how many sons of Kohera do you know? Actually, I don't know nobody. Only the two wives, like the other wife called. What's the wife for the other? Oh my God, I forgot. I forgot. But I only know Marwa from Kohera. But Kohera has two wives and several other sons. But we only know Marwa because Marwa is famous. He's well known over there. So indeed, will we even know anything about Marwa? Maybe if Marwa wasn't that famous, will you have actually come to YouTube and create a YouTube channel and tell us, narrate a story about a son that we don't know, we never even know, we never saw, a son called Marwa Senso, who happened to run with a mama called Esther Nyamboke, that is con mom, and got married to a mysterious man called Ondari that nobody knew. And now he wants that son back, and he posts a video of that. So people will be like, who are you talking about? Who is Marwa? Because I think now, because Marwa is famous on this site, I guess now it become relevant when he talk about that. Just like now, I think if someone make a video about Winnie and nobody know Winnie, about Winnie and the mama, and so, I mean, you understand what I mean? Okay. What about his relationship with his siblings? They will. They all innocent in this dilemma. If Sensor can bond with his dad, what about his blood siblings? Another thing too, and I guess that is the point where the daddy is calling MARWA back to come at least and bond with the family. I really think when he talk about the family, he's not specifically talking about the grandma. I guess he's talking about the whole family too. Now the siblings, the other step mamas, and stuff like that. I really think that is what they mean. He came out on MARWA in the wrong way. Remember, children love their mama, and this man rubbed his mother very bad. This man is very wrong the way how he did his mom. Agnes, I agree with you. All right, I really do. And they even say that, and I'm gonna say it again, that even that was me, JT. All right, even if that was me, JT, and me and you as my daddy, we had an issue. But now you constantly come here and disrespect my mama, call my mama a lot of names. I don't care what happened between you and my mama, but you calling my mama those kind of names and maybe disrespecting her on this platform, exposing a lot of her dark sides while you covering your sides. I really think that disrespect will be branded onto me. I mean, I will feel disrespected too. So I really think if the man really wanted to bond and bridge the gap between him and the family and the son, I think now calling out Esther in that manner was unnecessary. Honestly speaking, that was low of him, and I think that way he tripped. He actually pushed Maros farther away, if you ask me. But now, nothing can change the fact that he is the father, if indeed he is. All right? No matter what he do, no matter what he say about the mama, the Maro, nothing will ever change the fact that Maro is working with his DNA, if that's the case. And blood might be thicker than water. I don't know if he apply in all levels, maybe all fields, like every time. Water can be thicker than blood sometimes. If you weigh it on some basis of like in this manner, like you disrespecting me in the name of blood, trust me, water can be thicker than that blood in no minute. So I think, yeah. Remember, Congressman ran away with MARWA. He took his son. Who blamed between the two? It's a question that we can't really. What stopped him for coming to the aid of his son? He can narrate that. I don't know if he can. I think the material blessing are temporal, JT. I think the blessing you are talking about are the spiritual ones that will be intergenerational, coming from his root souls. True. And I guess that is why Kohera is really insisting that Maro should come and get those one, intergenerational and connect with his bloodline. It's really important. He insists about spirits of ancestors. It's like you knowing the sense of your belonging, because you can't really live just a life like that without knowing where you belong, where you come from. That's why people learn history in school. Like according to us, like the Koreans, we come from this group of called Bantus. They migrated from the Congo. They came down to East Africa and stuff like that, and they settled down here because of war. Maybe they were nomads, or maybe they were pastoralists. They moved down in search of pasture and stuff like that. Those history, they make you know where you belong, how you ended up being who you are. Why do you call yourself a Korean? Why do you think that this is your father and your grandfather and yours? And why do you want to know more about your family? I mean, it's really important. So I guess you understand now. Hey, famous Berry, what a comment. Anyway. Thank you for joining. Kavan, I guess you'll be watching because we've been having a very, very interesting conversation. And for those who've been in the house, I want to know your opinion before we sign off. Because what I'm seeing here is a ship that is sinking. All right. And I guess people from the other side of MARWA are really making it so hard for this reunion to happen. As they go there and call him names, tell him, hey, you really think you and your mama can bless Maro? Maro's already blessed. What do you think you can bless him with? Okay, so they think material blessings, or maybe material possession are blessings, or maybe other people really think connecting with the bloodline and ancestors and spirits and stuff like that is now the real blessing, or maybe something of that sort. So it all depends where you view it from which angle. Andrew is like, I believe Maro might be bitter about his upbringing and needs someone to cast that blame upon. He will never look at Conman, so he must look at Kohera to take it all. Honestly, true and true. I mean, based on the fact that you know that that Maro been narrating stories of his childhood, and of course, maybe he's still battling with the childhood traumas, like how he grew up in hardship and stuff like that. You know, with nobody being there to as a daddy, he lost his eye, he lost his teeth, he lost ABC. He never enjoyed the childhood. You know, he was all over in the fields grazing goats and sleeping in a house that is raining, and his childhood was hell. Based on all that experience, and now someone was there somewhere else and he was calling himself the father and never knew about all those struggles. Later to come on right now and call him like, now come, now I can see you have a villa, you have a safari car, you have a Argentinian baby mama and stuff like that. Things are working for you. Now come and bond with the family. This is where you belong. I guess if you view it from Marwa's side in that direction, you will have a second thought about what Kohara is trying to push. But what do we say? Let's view it from a neutral point of view. I don't want to sit on Marwa's side or maybe on Kohara's side. I just want to sit on the fence. And if I do that, I say, I ain't gonna not say nothing. Mara should understand that blessings go a long way. It is stupid for people to think that blessings end with Mara. No, blessing can go to his children and grandchildren to come. That is true. Absolutely. Akuba Onumere. Thank you. I mean, I've never seen you here. Are you new? If you're new, please make sure you subscribe this channel, right? And at least like the video. Thank you for that super comment. Thank you so much. That is really true. I agree, 100%. Maro said when his eye was hurting, he sent a word of his real dad, and he didn't come when Mama was at work. I don't sympathize with him because he would not have come out if Maro wasn't big on YouTube. That too. Anyway, guys, there's a lot of comments here. I'm trying to read all them to see if we can have a conversation as I'm clicking out. The blessing from his grand will settle disturbances of soul and spirit in his future generation. Is a syndrome that is passed on like a generational trauma. I like people who view it from that deeper point of view. Thank you so much. Maro's in Kohera's son. Congress' mom was pregnant again and ran to Kohera's home and gave birth. She left immediately after. Wow, famous. Are you serious? Because when you go back to Kohera and listen to how he was narrating a story of that, he said that actually he was saying that he was saying when he met the conmam, how they met and when they have Maro as the first son. The only child that Kohera says indeed was there is Winnie, and he confirmed that when I'm married to this mama called Conmam, she already had Winnie, but now Maro, we had her, me as a father, and he know that he was indeed the father because he can tell that I was there. I did the job, okay? I did the job and I did that, and even my mama gave the name to Maro. So I don't know about that. So that could be a different turn. If that is true, whoa, just let me know. If Maro is denying Kohera as his father when his mom was married to him, well, then doesn't say good news about his mom. Wow. I don't feel bad for a grown man who had control over his relationship with his son. This man was doing his own thing. Point. Personally, I think they need to take this situation out of social media. All that Kohera has said has made things worse. He needs to stop winning Maro. Moreover, Winning Marwa over should be by God and when he is ready. Thank you, Gladys. I really like that point. Frankly speaking, if Kohara really thought about this, or maybe asked for guidance from, you can say that you're old enough and you're so wise. I really don't buy that idea that all old people are wise. So sometimes it's good if he consulted his kinsmen, his other men from the village, just like he said. The kinsmen came together and said, Maro, he should come back and he should be a leader. So if we call the clan and say, hey, I was married to this woman and she went with my son, and now I really need to approach my son and make things right. So what do you guys think as the elders of this village? What do you think, the elders of this clan? How should I go with this? How should I approach this matter? Should I go on social media? Should I call this? Should I call the family and this family to come and sit together so that we can talk about this? I don't really think that if Kohera and his village men, or maybe his clan men, his other brothers, now the Marwa's uncles, if they popped up or maybe knocked on Daddy's gate, on Kodmam's gate, and they pop in that compound that we are here, we want to sit down and talk about this matter. We want to talk about this. I don't really think Machete Man will have chased them with a machete. Honestly, I don't. Even if you're that insane, that these people really popped up there, they went there for a talk. They want to make things right. He want to connect with his son. Will he actually chase him with a machete? I'm not sure. Because I'm not sure, I'm not going to say he could have done that. So if I'm not sure, I'm going to say, if he did that, if he took that as an approach, we'll have made things different, I really think so. Hi, Nikki. You're late. Guys, thank you so much. And please, like the video. Yeah, completely passion queen. I agree with that point from from Gladys. sorry. Let me sip my juice. In the meantime, guys, hit the like button. Hit the like button and please subscribe. A lot of us never had our fathers in our lives. It's nothing new. Damn. Oh, Angela. So sorry, man. And I didn't know that. Sorry, For others who maybe grew with fathers and maybe those others who grew struggling to bond with fathers, it's something, And there is a difference between someone who grew with no father because the father was not there, completely on earth, they never existed, and someone who grew, know that the father is there and the father is pretty much aware of their existence, but ignore their existence. It's different, okay? So do not make it look like it's same. If you grew up with no daddy completely, like your daddy was not there on earth, maybe you never knew about him, they never knew about you, maybe because your mama and him had a one night stand somewhere and they never saw each other from that moment, and your mama got pregnant and have you. And it's even impossible for your mama to explain to you that, you know what, I got you from a night stand with that guy that I can't even know. Maybe I was drunk in a club. I did what I did and I had you. So in that manner, it's different. It's a different case from a case where you know that your dad is right there and he know everything about you, whatever you're going through, and he just choose to ignore you and ignore everything about you. Or maybe circumstances and situations never allowed you all to bond or maybe to be together. Or maybe because of your mama. Your mama made it so impossible for you to access your daddy. It's different. Those other stories, those things are not same. But I'm so sorry for those people maybe who grew with no fathers completely. It's a different thing. So when we talk about this kind of matter, I know, I understand. So sorry. But I love you, okay? I love you all. Angela, I love you. Mura definitely has trauma unhealed. His current situation with the Roro lends the highest probability that his life situation can easily be repeated with his son, regardless of how much he may plan. As we know, history repeats itself, and I'm really praying that Maro and his family never struggles to go through all these kind of things because he has a chance. According to Kohera, he say Maro has a chance. It's upon him now. Okay, it's upon him to make the right decision because for me, I'm washing my hands. Now it's upon him. He's a grown man. He can do whatever he thinks is right. But for me, I've cleared my hand. I mean, I've washed my hands. I've said whatever I could do. I tried. Well, he needs to tell Kohera, man, you are not the father. Wow. Director Keva, see you, Nick. N.K. Peterson will say, I can see history repeating itself. I don't see Mura lasting with the Raw. If she goes back to Argentina with the baby, it will be difficult for him to be with the boy and connection will be cut off. NK, I was almost saying that because, but I held that point because I don't want it to come from me because people be like, we all know that JT, you are a reactor and you've been reacting about Mara and Rocio, all that, giving your projection and your stupid speculations. No, give us a break. But now that you posted that comment, I'm saying, based on the fact that Maro and Rocio, or maybe Maro doesn't have the nationality and the passport of Argentina and is struggling to get it. Now imagine if he comes back to the village and he misses that passport and residence, and Rocio decides to remain in Argentina with the custody of the child. And now Maro tries to go back to Argentina to bond with them, and Rocio makes it so impossible for Maro to access them. You can only imagine what will happen. History repeating itself. I mean, try to imagine that. Like, Maro comes back to the village and going back to, maybe they come back, all of them, Maro and the baby, mama, the baby. And Rocio decided to fly back with the baby back to Argentina. And because Maro never acquired the residence and passport, he tried to go back to Bonn and maybe to be with the family, and the family is not there. And Rocio makes it so impossible, difficult for them to be together. Or maybe Rocio gets married because you've been hearing how she says, like, her dream husband is someone like, a white guy with blonde hair and blue eyes and, a Frenchman or an Englishman, something. Live somewhere in Mexico, somewhere cool where they can have a city view or maybe a beach view or something and maybe live a good life. So that is still her dream husband, right? So if that is true and she get married and the sense of only they have is baby, and now because they don't want to come and live in the village, what do you think? History repeating itself. But I can say no. If they have what they can do to cancel that, trust me, there's nothing as bad as ancestral histories and curses. I mean, things that are following you from the forefathers that you have no idea about. I mean, things are following you from those ages and years that you are never even there. I mean, my grandfather did something horrible to someone, and now that thing is following me. I wasn't there, but now it's following me, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm now suffering because of what my grandfather did. It's horrible, but not history. Wow. So sorry. Yes, Namara should come out and deny Kohera. Tell him off. You are not my father. Keep quiet. Isn't fine. If Maro decided to come and say that, he will have saved a lot. And maybe by so doing, Kohera will live knowing that son doesn't recognize me as father. As much as make all this noise, he doesn't recognize me. So he can take his chill pill, go sit in a corner and cry, and move on with life. But as much as he keeps saying all that, Maro is quiet, gives him room, keep pushing. Yeah, Maro supporters insulting Kohera instead of Maro. Why? Oh, you see that. You can't educate Charlemagne. They've been around long enough to know the truth, but choose to continue labeling the poor man. Kenge is a fool who thinks he's made it in life. Wow. Okay. Right. Okay. JT is a genius. Thank you for that. Kizan, thank you. You guys, I really think it's about time I bounce. But before I bounce, I want to see who was in the house and what you guys were saying, okay? JT Kenge has no clue what Kohera is saying. It makes no sense to him. reason he named his son after Machete Man and kept saying he want his son to be in his bloodline lineage. Even Conmam could not help. Okay, speaking about that, you remember Conmam made a phone call and Maro told Conmam during that day he was breaking the news that we have a son, we have a newborn here. Maro told Conmam that, you know what, Mama, I named this baby after your father, after, I don't know, your father, right? Maisha. Maisha is Conmam's father, something. Conmam's parent, I don't know, father or mother. So Maro decided to name the baby after Congrats mom's lineage. And on top of that, the last name is Ondari, or maybe another name is Ondari. So it's now Conmam and Ondari's lineage. Absolutely, I mean, you can imagine that. So there's nothing to do with Coheras here and everything. So he's completely detaching from this family and grafting himself to the other family, regardless of what Cohera is saying and all the noise he's making. So wow, now you see, you know that now Maro looks at Cohera and say this man is irrelevant. Let him keep making noise. Wow. OG Digital Dre, you're saying, interesting subject. My father recently transitioned. We were never really close because he didn't raise me. He didn't raise me, but I did forgive him. Oh, man. Wow. Hugs, man. Hugs. Okay. Cheers. Thank you for that's a very powerful comment I'm reading there. OG. A really powerful comment I'm reading there. Man, you did your part. Okay? You really did your part. You forgive him. You did your part, man. I mean, God knows, like you had a clean heart and you. But I'm so sorry for whatever went down there. I mean, bro. Thank you so much. And that actually, Mara should be at least looking at this kind of comments, man. I mean, these are men speaking as a man to man, right? Bro to bro. It's like the same case, but the bro here is saying, you know, man, I forgive my father. What's so hard for Mara to do the same? I mean, bro, just wash your hand. I mean, I'm not gonna say a lot. If Kohera has a successful son child that is Mura's half sibling, I can guarantee that Mura will reach out to them. 100%. If Maro has a different has a step brother or maybe sister who's successful somewhere else, you can be sure that he'll put him on camera one day and say, "This is my father. No, this is my brother from the other side." One day, yeah. For your loss, glad you were able. Sorry for your loss. Glad you are able to make peace with your father. Powerful, man. Powerful. Listening with the interest. Hello, everyone. I hope all is well. All is good. All is well. JT, remember they didn't have the gate at the other house. All right, guys. Secretary watching. Let's likes up, please. Okay, please make sure you smash the like button because I guess I'm clicking off, right? I'm really clicking off, and let me read your last comments before we bounce. Hi everyone and welcome. Please support our brother JT by hit the like button, please, and thank you everyone. Thank you, Pabesh. Thank you so much. All right, I appreciate you reminding people in the chat to do the necessary and like the video. All right, thank you so much. It takes a parent to understand Kohera's situation. That one I agree with you 100%. Really takes a parent. You have to be in his shoes to understand him. And at the same time, you need to be in Maro's shoes to understand why he's doing what he's doing, why he's so quiet, why he's so cold on this man. You have to be neutral to understand. But for us, we will react on what they bring on this platform. For me, I wasn't there, all right? I wasn't there when they were splitting, when all that was going down. But based on what they bring here, yeah, JT, the fact that Conmam is still officially traditionally married to Kohera at the age of 40 We expected Kengen knows his culture, or Conmam would have advised him not to name the child after Ondari. Wow. The fact that they still have his bride price, that is the dowry, it still makes the marriage still valid. I mean, culturally, Kohera is still married to, or maybe Conmam is still married to Kohera. If today she goes back to the creator, if she Kipai today, God forbid, if she goes back to the creator today, she'll be buried, or maybe she'll be taken back. Her body will be taken back to be buried in Kohera's compound, because that is where her bride price was paid from. That is where she belonged to. You remember the case of the late DJ, the manager, the sister to Pablo _ KE and Sergio the Traveler? She was married somewhere else, but the bride price wasn't paid. So that marriage was not regarded as an official traditional marriage, or maybe official marriage according to a tradition. That's why when she died, she was brought back. Her body was brought back to her, not matrimonial home, to her parental home, to be buried there, because that marriage was not recognized. You understand what I mean? So, and she had children. She had children where she was married at, even if the marriage was not working over there. But when she died, she was brought back here because bride price was not there to seal the marriage. Just like when you see now, Rocio and Marwa, bride price hasn't been paid. No official marriage is happening there. So basically what we see here, if you ask from cultural people, they will tell you whatever is existing between them is friendship. And the friends decided to have a baby together. Friends. You understand? So culturally, Kohera is still married with the conman. Yeah, Digital Dre, I appreciate that. So, guys, I really think that will be my closing remark, okay? Congrats is the key. She can unlock everything. I mean, I hope you're talking about Congrats Mom, because I really think for sure if Congrats Mom decides to tell Mara that is your daddy, do what's necessary, he can consider that. Anyway, guys, I want to bounce. Thank you for being here. It was a great conversation. Let's continue this conversation in the real comment section. Everyone who's here, I appreciate you being here. I love you so much. And that is a bye from me. And that is a AI version of the thumbnail for today. Thank you, AI. Thank you, AI, for the great thumbnail. I appreciate that. That is Kohera and Mara. Bro, I'm giving up. All right? I give up. Okay, guys. I guess I'll be seeing you in the next one. Anything else you guys want to tell me? Tell me in the comment section as we proceed. So at least I had time with you, and I want to thank you all. And at least share this video to your friends, so that people at least let them know that I'm back, because I know a lot of people don't know that I'm back. Mara was making a lot of noise over there saying, that channel JT podcast is gone. It's gone completely. Ain't nobody there. That channel is not going to exist. So people now assume that JT is gone. And now, because all my videos were deleted, it really tampered with the algorithm. So, the algorithm doesn't really push that much. And even if your notification is on, you subscribe here and your notification is on, you may still not receive notifications. So you may need to be checking out on this channel. I mean, click on it, go to the live section, see, did he actually go live? Is he live? Is he there? What is JT doing? I mean, be checking on the channel, okay? That's a very simple advice for those people who have subscribed to this channel. And sometimes you wonder, oh, when were you live? I never realized that you are live. So at least for that will help you know when I'm live, when I drop something, and you may not miss a thing. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.